Hey guys, Laura coming to you from the Omni Hotel in Nashville, Tennessee. We're out here for Country Radio Seminar, and I've been saying all day today it's our last day out here, but we did save some of our favorites and some of the best for last. We're joined by Hannah Anders.
Hi,
How are
everybody.
you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. And now you just handed me I've got my own lanyard, y'all.
That's right.
And what is really cool about this, great promotional item, by the
Thank
way.
you.
Hold on. We're going to start over.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Take two.
let's see if I can do that again.
That was really good. It was
Now
really
I'll
good.
be like,
Yeah.
I don't even remember my last two from yesterday. I know who I talked to. I just don't remember what I said.
Fair enough.
Okay. 3, 2. Hey guys, Laura coming back at you from the Omni Hotel here in Nashville, Tennessee. We're still out here for country seminar. No, now look, country radio seminar. CRS. We're just going to keep rolling because it's all about having fun. This is not that I'm that serious on. I'm just, y'all know by now.
It's day 3, you guys.
It's day 3. As long as I get all the other information correct, you all know where we've been for the past 3 days. What I've been saying all morning is it's day 3, and yes, we're a little tired, but we did save some of the best artists that you need to know and some of our favorites for day 3. And I'm joined by Hannah Anders.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, tired, but you know what? That's all part of it, and
That's
we
right.
love it. I wouldn't
That's
miss
right.
it for anything.
Yep.
That's why I've said it several times. It's one of the best weeks in Nashville.
I agree.
I think they need to extend it longer than 3 days so we all can do everything we want to do.
Yes.
Then we just complain that it needed to be 2 weeks. So,
Yeah.
never going to make us happy.
It's never enough time.
Never enough. And it really isn't enough time to spend with all the artists that we love so much and ones we want to get to know. So you just handed me this. And by the way, I got my own lanyard, y'all.
That's right.
And a great promo item. It really is. I mean, you see a lot of promo items.
Yeah.
There was one that was given to us by Lachlan that had a cowbell on it. Because they're singles when the cows come home. And I was
love
like,
that. That's great.
That's genius. But so is this.
Thank you.
This is amazing.
Thank you.
So on one side here we have your current single,
Yes.
which is Like a Lady.
Like a lady.
And I listened to it. I've listened to it a couple times, and I was just listening to it again because I wanted to make sure that when I talked to you about it, that I wasn't.
It was fresh.
Yeah,
Yes.
that it was fresh again. You are a powerhouse vocalist.
Thank you.
I don't know where that comes from. Is that just? I mean, do you have any music training, or tell us where you got that vocal ability at?
Well, I've sung my entire life, and I was not always a huge power belter. That was something that sort of developed over time.
Right.
But I do hold a Bachelor of Music degree. I did go to college for voice specifically, and it's really where I started to kind of cut my teeth as a singer. And in that time, was signed to my first development deal and really started to write my own songs and get in the studio. And I think that you really find your voice when you sing your own original material.
Right.
And covering other people's music is fantastic, but
Right.
to sit down in yourself and ask yourself what you're capable of vocally, and then to get in with great producers who then push you even further than that.
Right.
And so, and I love Southern rock and I love classic rock, and so a lot of that's influenced the way that I like to sing.
Yeah, and this single, it starts off like you think it's going to be a slow, kind of mellow song, but then it really rocks quick.
Yes.
I mean, which is good.
Yeah.
I mean, because you think it's going to go one way and it goes another way.
It's kind of what I love about it too.
Yeah. And it's great. And then the other one that's coming out summer of 2019 is a song that you did, Lazy River, remix, but you did it with Big Smo this time.
Did it with Big Smo, y'all. Mm-hmm.
So you're part of the kinfolk now.
That's right.
You are definitely part of the kinfolk.
Part of the kinfolk. I'm the Gretchen to their music mafia, I guess, at this
there
point.
You go. There you go. Smo, you need to just bring her on tour with you.
Come on now, Smo.
And I mean, you've already done this with her. You might as well just remix the whole show. We could just go on forever like this.
We should. I think, he and I've talked about it a little bit.
Okay,
So
that would be great.
Now we've got her endorsement.
Yeah, I've seen both of them. I've heard both of y'all. It'll work. It'll work.
It'll work. That's right. That's right.
I know I'd go see it. And I am kind of picky about shows I'll go see. But
Okay, Smo, there's one. We got one in the crowd. I think it's one of many.
well, and Smo is definitely, our home base is in Louisville, Kentucky, and Smo definitely did well in Louisville, Kentucky. So where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Georgia. I was raised in Georgia, and then I moved to Nashville to go to school. I went to Belmont University, and then I lived in Los Angeles for several years and just moved back to Nashville.
Oh, okay, okay. So what do you have coming up? You have an album coming out or an EP coming out?
So we released the full-length album in September.
Okay.
Called Good Time, which is up on Spotify and Apple Music and Amazon and iTunes and everywhere you're supposed to have your music. And so Like a Lady is the first single for 2019 off
Okay.
of the album. It will be followed by the Lazy River remix, and Smo and I are going to shoot a video for that. So
Awesome.
that should be probably pretty hysterical.
Right. That
And
probably should be a lot of fun.
intentionally hysterical, not like haha laughing at us. Like,
Right.
we know. And then we're working on dates for shows, and all of that's kind of starting to materialize now because we're sort of past the January funk.
Right. It's kind of like January's just, it doesn't count.
No, it doesn't count. We're still kind of laying over from the holidays.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And, oh, see, look, my brain's
Day
going.
3. It's
I
day
had
3.
a question. Although I told somebody yesterday, I had a question to ask him because it popped in my head, and then my dad has this saying of when he forgets something, he'll go, my train will come back around, and I'm like, he said, my memory train, it'll come back around.
Yeah.
So, and apparently I'm taking after my dad like
Memory
that.
train.
My memory train's coming back around, so, choo choo, here we go. You've done a lot of opening acts for a lot of people. Share those with us.
Yeah, that's been great. I'll tell you, one of my favorite opening acts that I've done so far was for Keith Anderson, and it was because I didn't want to say this to Keith Anderson, like, I grew up listening to you, because you know what I mean.
I do.
It's sort of a double-edged sword, but I really legitimately listened to Keith Anderson through the end of high school and college, and Pickin' Wildflowers was like on my workout mix, and I loved him so much as a songwriter, and I don't think people really understand how much he songwrites behind the scenes as well.
Right.
And so he's an excellent songwriter. I love his voice. I love his songs. And so when I got to open for him last summer, and then not only open for him, I got to get up on stage with him and do the finale song.
Wow.
I was like my little inner like fan, and I was trying to be like, I'm so professional, right? I'm like, hey Keith, what's up? I'm really happy to do this show with you. I'm a big fan. And on the inside, I'm like, holding it. I held it together. I think, Keith, I held it together. Yeah.
We'll have to go check for some YouTube and see if we can find it.
Did pretty good.
Because I think, okay, there's a couple people that I've fangirled, but I can't help it. I don't know what happened.
Yes.
Glenn Templeton.
Oh, Glenn Templeton. We
Right?
love Glenn
See?
Templeton.
See, it's the Glenn Templeton effect.
Yeah.
We need T-shirts now. The Glenn Templeton effect.
How do you not love Glenn Templeton, though?
I saw it. We interviewed him yesterday, but it was going to be later in the day down here. And first time we talked to him was last year.
Yeah.
And I think it probably took me last year 20 minutes to get it together. Like, of giddiness, of like fangirly, trying to talk to him. It took a while. So, but we got through the interview and had a great interview. And then I saw him upstairs yesterday when we were headed back up to do another interview up there. And I said, here, hold my stuff. And I went over and I said, okay, Glenn, I need to get my giddy out now before our interview. And so he's like, well, let's get your giddy out. And he hugged me, which, we may write a song now called Get Your Giddy Out.
Ooh,
Right?
I like that.
But then when it was time for the interview, it didn't help.
So what you're saying is you just got extra Glenn Templeton time.
Okay. That was my plan all along, to get some extra Glenn Templeton time.
Well, he's just like as nice as he could possibly be.
And I think that's what it is. He is so authentic and genuine.
Yeah.
And that's probably what you saw in Keith too. You
Yeah.
know, and I think when we grow up, not that I grew up listening to Glenn because Glenn's younger than me, but growing up listening to some of the people, T.G. Shepherd and Shannon Doa, we talked to on day 3.
Yeah.
It's like I was listening to 2 Dozen Roses when I was growing up. What?
I know.
And I'm standing here talking to people like that. But on the same turn, it's lovely. I love talking to new up-and-coming artists that I haven't known a lot about.
Yeah.
Because you all bring a whole new, when you all start talking about, it was great to do this with, and write these songs and do this with these artists, it brings me back to some of those interview moments
Yeah.
and I'm excited to see what happens next for you.
Thank
Because
you.
you seem to be very genuine, so if you're not, my heart's going to be broken. I'm going to get giddy over Hannah now.
Oh,
I'm going to fangirl over Hannah.
that makes me so happy.
Next year I'll be like, I need to get my giddy out, Hannah.
Yeah, well, the song will be out, and
Yeah.
we'll all be singing it and hugging each other.
We'll have
And
T-shirts that say "Get your giddy
get
out,"
your giddy out.
and people just can't take it the wrong way. It's just a silly term.
Hey, look, sometimes taking it the wrong way is the press you need.
Well, that's true. That's true. Somebody said there is no bad press.
No bad press.
So I don't know. There's some that there's some out there I think we could all do without.
Fair, that's true.
So you, what show? And I noticed that you have a lot of shows coming, a lot of festivals coming up,
Yeah.
and things like that. Are you also on the road, just doing shows outside of the area too?
Yeah, we mostly seem to kind of work our way around Nashville more than we're in Nashville playing, and I sort of hold Nashville more as my home base
Right.
than anything else.
Right.
I love to be on the road. I'm one of those, like, the very first time I went out on an extended tour, it was actually to the United Kingdom and Ireland. It
Oh,
was the first
wow.
time that it was any, like, weeks and weeks at a time.
Right.
And I remember my really good friend said, this will be the moment you'll either decide this is for you or it's not for you.
Right,
Because
right.
it's very easy to glamorize what it is to travel.
It is,
Especially
it
as an
is.
independent artist, because you're not in five-star
Right.
hotels and you're not in a
You're not in
$200,000 tour
yeah,
bus.
you're not in your Prevost or
No,
yeah,
and
yeah.
so, you know, and that one was particularly challenging where we get off an 11-hour flight and get on the wrong side of the road and
Oh,
we're trying to
yeah.
navigate. And I loved it so much that it was like this bug that gets you, and I
Yeah.
couldn't wait to go back again.
Yeah.
And so I love to be out.
Well, and we're in an RV full time. We travel across the country.
That's awesome.
So I think you find out that you love it so much that all the things that you have, you don't need so much more.
Yeah.
So it's not so much you're labeled a minimalist, but other things are more important.
Yeah.
And you do kind of catch that bug. And people will say, "Oh, we wish we had your life, and you're so lucky." We are. I'm not saying that we're not blessed
Yeah.
and lucky and grateful for everything,
Yeah.
but it's different, which is difficult at times.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
But all of the pros make it so much
I agree.
worth it.
I
So
agree.
much worth it.
So much worth it.
So much worth it. Wow,
sense to me.
my English is so bad. It's a good thing I went to school so long ago. I probably don't even
Maybe
have-
CRS 3 days is perfect. Really.
Maybe. It's all my Kentucky coming out. It's all my
I feel
Kentucky.
like by the end of 5 days, we'd all be in like our Nikes
I know.
and our like, our
sweatpants.
sweatpants.
As long as the camera doesn't see it, I be running around in my sweats and slippers. I don't care.
We just got to look good from here up,
Right?
right? Yeah,
That's it.
That's it.
Thank you for spending some
Thank
time
you.
with us.
Thank
It was
you.
so great to meet you.
You as well.
And be able to talk and have a little fun too. I'm not a robotic kind of person
I
to
love
just
that.
go blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch it as a viewer, so I don't want anybody else to have to watch it. I'd rather them look at me and go, that girl's crazy and doesn't know English. So you'll make sure that you check out. Are you on website, social media?
HannahAnders.com is the main website, and Hannah
Okay.
is HANNAH. It's a palindrome. It's the same front and back.
Okay.
There's an H on the end, folks. Sometimes it's HANNA and they get lost. Instagram, Hannah Anders Music. Facebook, Hannah Anders Music. YouTube, Hannah Anders Music. And everywhere you can download and stream music under Hannah Anders.
And then if you can't find that, we will have all the links up there. So you'll be able to just click right on it and go there and find out everything you need to know. Buy the EP that's out now. Well, stay tuned for the one that's coming in the summer. Let me make sure I get the title right. Lazy River
Lazy
with
River.
the remix with Big Smo.
Mm-hmm.
And get out and see her at a show too.
Yes.
Just come out and experience the live Hannah Anders.
That's right. We try to have a good time.
Thank you all so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you.